Hey guys, I am back. Hey guys, Happy New Year. I am back with another video. For those of you who do not know, my name is Tamika Mathis. I am a domestic violence survivor. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button at the bottom. You know that red button? Just go ahead and subscribe so you can get the latest videos that drop, right? So you get that notification. And if you have not watched any of my prior videos, I suggest you go back and watch those videos. I pray that you're truly moved by those videos as well. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. I want to thank you guys for continuing to ask me when there's another video is going to drop. I always wait on God to give me something to speak on. And hey, today, the title of this video is I Got Something to Tell You. So this is when this in parentheses, you can put when I had to tell the truth to my friends and family. So here I am, made the decision that I no longer want to, sorry guys, I turn this light, it is tripping, that I no longer want to, that I made a decision to leave. I made a decision that, he's not keeping his word. He do not want to go to counseling. So I decided that I was going to leave. And if you watch my prior video, I talked about how when I left, he wasn't present, right? He wasn't there. He hadn't went to the casino. So I left, right? I made that decision, and it wasn't an easy decision, but I know that it was a necessary decision, if that makes sense. I gotta turn the light on a little. I feel a little dark. Sorry. But I knew that it was a necessary decision. I knew that in order for me to truly, because I had got to the point now that I was tired. It had not been blasted on social media. So now here I am, embarrassed. It's no longer quote unquote in the house, but many didn't know what I truly suffered. So I come to a place. My sister created this safe area. Not only did she create this safe area, I got my friends and family who created this area for me to truly heal and to open up, to cry on, but yet I still was suffering in silence, which is a video you should watch. I was still sweeping things up under the rug, which is another video you should watch. I was doing everything as if I was still bound and the shackles was around me, right? He had such a strong hold. Like, even though I knew that environment wasn't safe, even though I knew what he was doing was wrong, that stronghold had me thinking, did I make the right decision? Should I just give him a little bit more longer? I still want him to want me, or I still want him to work it out. That stronghold will have you questioning everything that is right, to making it seem as if, girl, it's you. It ain't him. And it's him, right? Because that stronghold is just that strong. So here I am in this safe environment. Here I am around people who truly love me, who is holding my hand, who is checking up on me, but I could not tell them the truth. I could not reveal my darkest secret. I couldn't out him. I was still trying to protect his image, and at the same time trying to not embarrass myself. Because don't get me wrong, it wasn't just his image that I was protecting. It was almost like, you lived it, you stayed, you allowed it to happen. You still said all these wonderful things about him. You still glorified him, but yet you were suffering. Yet you was hoping someone would be able to recognize it, but no one did, right? So I come to this safe environment, and I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to figure out what is my next move. I'm trying to understand what his life is going to be like now. I'm trying to, get over it, right? And it ain't no easy thing, right? I'm constantly crying every day. I can't sleep. I can barely eat. The only thing that I can do that did bring a little excitement to me was I worked out. That was the one thing I felt like I could just not necessarily cry, but I could relieve some things through sweating, through running, run. I would run and run and run because it just felt good for that small moment for my mind to drift off to something else. And running did that for me. So that's the reason why I showed up to work out a lot, right? So I can remember asking God, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. I don't want to think about the fact that as soon as I left, somebody else was already there. I don't want to think about the fact that I know what I dealt with for 3 years. I don't want to think about the fact that everything that I allowed to happen, how I didn't feel good enough, or how I didn't feel confident enough, or how I just wasn't myself, how I lost my baby in this process, how everything that I given, I feel like was snatched away. The love that I gave, the support that I gave, the fact that I carried a child, just everything, just my world was shattered, right? And I cried every night. And every night I would tell God, I just want to sleep. Can I please sleep? It didn't matter what I tried to drink. Alcohol didn't do it. It didn't matter. No, the medicine that you can take to make you go to sleep. I could not sleep. I would literally be laying with my eyes looking at the ceiling in the dark, wide open, mind just everywhere, trying to make sense of everything, like everything, right? I'm just trying to make sense of it. And I'm just crying and asking God, please. And my friends, and they're just like, we're going to pray. We're going to fast. We're going to do all these things. Y'all marriage could be fixable. He's going to realize, they getting on board. They having hope. They like, okay, maybe it was something he drunk. Maybe it was me. Maybe it's something he drank. Maybe he shouldn't have smoked whatever he smoked. Maybe it was something that caused him to do it. We're going to y'all marriage is fixable. No, I love y'all together. All of those things. And my stomach was just flipping because I was just like, yeah, it was just that one time. Yeah, he ain't this monster that it appeared to be. No, he's not. Yes, knowing that like at any given moment I can get knocked out, knowing at any given moment I can get talked to any kind of way, not knowing what was gonna trigger him. It ain't even, it could be something. I'm gonna give you an example. I can remember us playing, or we was going back and forth with jokes, and he got serious, and next thing I know, he fight me off of something I jokingly said, right? And I'm like, you just never knew what was going to trigger him to allow his fist to connect to my face. You just never knew. So they had no clue, but yet they was in the dark, and I used to feel so bad for lying to them because they was amazing. My support system was like amazing. They were just there. They called throughout the day. They brought me food. They sent money, anything they felt like I needed to comfort me. They was there, right? So I was crying out to God. I remember crying out to God every night. I just want to sleep. Can I please sleep? Because I would get 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 5 minutes here. I could never get a full 2 hour, 1 hour. I could never get a full 6 hours. I was just up, body just tired. And one day I was cleaning up, and I was talking to God, and I was just like, God, allow me to sleep tonight. I just want to sleep. I'm cleaning up. I want to sleep. I want to be able to get me some rest. Please allow me to get this rest. I truly want to sleep tonight. I'm so tired and exhausted. And I could hear him just say, tell them the truth. You'll be able to sleep. And I kept cleaning because I was just like, that's just me saying that to myself, because I want to tell them the truth. Every time I speak with them, every time I see them, I wanted to tell them the truth. And I wanted to honestly, I wanted to be honest about the reason why I am hurting, the reason why I'm hurting, right? And I was just like, what? And he was just like, tell them the truth. They need to know the truth. So here I am still like, no, I'm not ready. Ain't no way. I don't want my family to know. I don't want them to judge him. I'm still protecting him. I don't want them to feel a certain type of way, because each one of them had a conversation with him. And I can remember them trusting him to take care of me. They trusted him to love me properly. They spoke with him one-on-one. They was just like, we love her. We cherish her. Please take care of her. Do her right. And he told each one of them, I will. I won't do anything to hurt them. Right? So I knew that it was going to be hurt because they felt like I was safe. They felt like I can go off to another state and trust that he would not hurt me. Right? So one day I was on the phone with a friend. She was a friend at the time. I was on the phone with her and we was just talking. She was checking up on me and she said, was this his first time? And I can hear God saying, that is your door. And I said, no, it was not his first time. Excuse me. Before I said that, I led with, well, I got something to tell you. And she was like, what? And I said, no, it was not his first time. It was her reaction. What? No, how long? And I said, my entire marriage. And when I told her, I cried. She felt so bad. She felt like, I wish I would have known. I have been to the house where y'all lived at, and I had no clue that you was dealing with that, and you hid it so well. Why didn't you say anything? All the things that I knew that my friends was going to say, I wasn't even prepared to give them an answer because, to be honest with you, I didn't want to face those questions. I didn't want to deal with the fact that I was going to have to be questioned about the decision that I made because I stayed or because I didn't share it with them. I felt safe with them. I felt like they would have supported me. But at the same time, I was just so embarrassed because I stayed for so long hoping that it would get better, that this would just be a testimony of what God can bring you out. But I continued to suffer. So after I told her, that means I had to tell the rest. And each one I led with, I have something to tell you. And each one that I told, it was a gas because they were so disappointed in him. They wasn't disappointed in me. And that's what I was protecting. I was protecting somebody who was not protecting me. I was coming home, sweeping stuff up under the rug, which is a video that you should watch. I was still doing it, knowing that the space that my sister created was a safe place, knowing that my friends created this safe place for me, but I was still sweeping stuff on the rug. I was still suffering in silence. Another video you should watch. It was like I was having those silent cries for help, which is another one you should watch, that somebody would just call it out, right? And so it was so hard to tell them, but it was necessary for my journey. It was something that God had told me to do, not knowing how it was going to allow me to sleep, a little better now, allow the sleep to fall on me, allow me to be able to walk around a little lighter. And when I had to tell my family, so see, it's one thing to tell your friends, right? But it's a whole nother thing when you got to share things with your mom and my uncle and my sister, if you know, and my brothers, of course. But if you know me and my sister, we have a very, very close relationship. We pretty much tell each other everything. And that was the one thing that I hid from her. That is the one thing that I could remember calling her plenty of times, asking her different questions about marriage because she had been married before and how I should handle myself in certain situations, but never could even, I was not gonna cry. But when we talk about my sister, it's sensitive. I couldn't build up enough courage to tell her that I was suffering and I was dealing with some traumatic things in this household, and I couldn't even tell her, right? I couldn't tell her because she liked him. She loved him like a brother. It wasn't nothing she wouldn't do for him, right? It wasn't nothing he couldn't ask her that she wouldn't do because she truly loved him, right? So when I told her, she wasn't disappointed in me. She was disappointed in him. But I was disappointed in myself that here I am, the oldest sister. Got to tell my baby sister what I suffered. Because I've always been the strong sister, the strong friend, the one who everybody came to for advice, the one who made my friends know their worth. I wouldn't let them tolerate nothing from nobody, but yet I was over there doing what I would advise them not to do. Right? But when I tell you, after I told my mom and I told my uncle was just like, okay, my uncle was ready to take a ride. Like, my uncle's the type, like, you know, he's military. He was like, let's go ride. Let's go. Let me go ahead and, you know, he was ready to handle some business. But I told him no. He told me, anytime you ready to retaliate, let me know, because I'm going to be on go. Right? That's pretty much how my family was. That's how my friends was. They was ready to fight that battle that I couldn't fight. They was ready to fight back when I wasn't fighting back. You know, like I shared in plenty of my stories that I only fought back one time. I never hit him back. So I took a lot of licks. I took a lot of fists to the face. I took a lot, right? And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about like knock you out, like literally, like you gonna feel it. Like I am a man. That's how he would fight me. That's how those licks were. That's how he would just out of nowhere, whether it was his fists, him kicking me, him throwing something at me, it's even in the car, anything, choking, anything, right? That's what I suffered. But it was just when I told them, though, I felt so relieved. And I told everyone the same day, because I did not want the enemy to creep in. And I feel like I'm starting to get embarrassed in front of my family and my friends, and the enemy trying to say, oh, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't have told them. You don't know if you're going to work it out with them. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how God is going to lead you. But I knew that at that time I needed to sleep. I knew that I wanted true healing. I knew that if God tells me to do something, it is a reason behind it. And when I tell you, I felt so relieved. When I tell you that my family and friends loved on me like to a whole nother level, not because they felt sorry for me, because they felt like they could have done something. They felt like, I saw you. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. You hit it well. And so I say to you, whomever is suffering in silence, whoever is sweeping it up under the rug, that you speak to someone, that you stop carrying that around, right? You become free, because I was so shackled, even though I was in a place of freedom. I was so bound because I wouldn't allow those words to come out that I am a domestic violence survivor, that it happened more than one time. It was an ongoing thing. It didn't matter where we was. It happened. Right? So I say to you, speak. Ask God how to do it. I didn't know how to tell nobody. I had so many opportunities to tell, but I was so busy trying to cover him that I didn't even hear God at all. Because I was so busy, like, he gonna come out of it, he gonna come out of it, he gonna come out of it. But as soon as I got home and I was safe, that was my opportunity to go ahead so that my true healing can start, so that the people that are surrounded around me can pray for me like I needed to be prayed for, can give me the support like I needed the support, right? I needed that comfort. I needed that prayer. I needed that hug, right? I needed that. And God allowed me to let that wall down. Tell the truth. Just tell them. They are going to love you like no other. They are here, right? I felt safe. Only thing is, I was just so embarrassed. So I got something to tell you. I don't know who you need to tell that to. I don't know who you've been hiding it from. I don't know who you've been sweeping it up under the rug from. I got something to tell you. Whew. Y'all, you don't understand the level of healing it did to finally get it off my chest. I was hiding it for 3 years. Can you imagine walking around with that for 3 years? Can you imagine that extra weight for 3 years? I carried that weight for 3 years. But God. So release whomever you know that has created this safe place for you, whomever you know has asked and you have denied it. Release it. I got something to tell you. They are waiting to accept you. They are waiting to hug on you, to love on you. That's all I got for y'all today. That's all he gave me. I thank you guys again for watching. I ask that you comment, like, and share. I ask that you, if you know someone who may be going through this but is scared to speak up, that you recommend them to this YouTube channel. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Until next month, talk to you soon. Bye.